If a man told you I had sex with X amount of people, how many would be too many? So, for example, if I said I had sex with 10 people, would that be too much?
I can't put a number on it.
No?
I can't.
All right, well, that makes sense.
Because
it makes sense because most women just don't care.
Yeah, I can't put a number on it. It more to me points to what I was alluding to, what I just said before.
Yeah, and I agree.
About you allowing yourself to just be with any old thing and any bus that's driving by.
Right. But so no
Come
matter
on
what, though,
in.
if a man told you I had sex with 400 people, would that be too much?
I can't necessarily.
Right, and that makes sense. That's because you're a woman, and women don't care. They just don't. It's the same reason why, dudes call women hoes, and women don't call men hoes, no matter how many people that they've had sex with.
Well, that goes back a little bit with society. There, you guys are, to a certain extent.
It's actually not a societal thing.
It's almost like it's considered acceptable to do that in a sense. So if you're single and you're just out here doing your own thing, then
But it's actually not.
Sometimes we understand that could come with it.
But it's actually not, though. And I say that because, like I said, like just nature. Women are just like that's why I asked you first about men. Women don't really care when a man has had this many bodies because women actually prefer men who have more experience versus men. They don't want experienced women for the most part. Like, so for example, like I ask women how many men, they don't really care, but I ask dudes, usually the 10 marker is a problem. You know what I mean? Like 10 different dudes have been with this chick, you know what I mean?
Well, it depends on how old they are.
So around the 10 marker is where most dudes have a problem. And because like how you said, how many people you've given yourself to says a lot about your decisions and what you value, how you value yourself. And not to mention the social stigma comes into that as well. So for example, men don't get respect for having a whore as a wife. You know what I mean? You lose respect for that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure if you've been in your social situation with your friends, if you have a hoe friend, right? You know what I mean? She's a hoe. Men don't see it that way. We don't look at each other like hoes. We're just being men. Versus women, you're doing something you're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to
Yeah, and you're
value
right, because
yourself.
we do say that to one another. But in the same token, I'm thinking, well, somebody has to be sleeping with these men. So if you got 400 bodies, that means either 400 different women had to open themselves to them. So in the same token, the woman has to agree to.
Oh no, women have all the power when it comes to sex. For example, I can't have sex with you unless you allow me to.
Correct.
Men have the power when it comes to relationships. I don't have to be with you if I don't want to. You see what I'm saying?
Understood.
Most women are thinking that relationships come through sex. Like, like we have sex, therefore you like me now. And it's like, that's not the case, which is why it's not
really should have been, but that should have been established before sex happened.
People don't talk. I mean, think about it. People go to clubs and hook up.
No.
Tinder is a thing. People literally right swipe a connection, right swipe some sex.
I understand that they right swipe it, and that still goes to the value that you have in yourself. But when it's unhealthy.
Oh,
it's just not.
I agree. Logically, for both people, it is.
And it even makes more sense if you're in a relationship. Wouldn't that equal more sex anyway? Because you have a continuous partner that's always there when you're not looking to swipe.
Yeah.
Because
that depends on finding somebody that you
got
desire.
them right there. So it seems like it doesn't necessarily make sense to even want to try to go and live that life unless
people are though.
Unless there's some other inner turmoil that's going on that's keeping them from wanting to try to settle down and have that person that they can get it from.
But that requires not doing stuff with everybody.
But having conversations is a requirement.
Absolutely.
Well, I don't understand why are you allowing yourself to share energy with somebody you have no idea what.
But see, that's natural.
What energy that they're bringing, carrying, male and female.
Yeah, but see, that's why naturally it works a certain way. That's why naturally we can't have sex with you unless you allow us to, because as men we're gonna go try to have sex with whoever's gonna let us. You know what I mean? Like that's dudes.
You mean for
Most
that natural instinct to want procreate, like our
I won't say that that's the truth because men don't want to do that. If that was the case, then everybody would have children with everybody.
Right.
So that's a lie. That's an excuse of men who want to cheat or men who want to be socially excused by because they don't get women. For example, I call it hungry man syndrome. So if I was a lion, right? We were both lions, not you and I, but there's two lions in the jungle, right? Well, the lions aren't in the jungle, but there's two lions, right? One lion is a normal lion. And, you know, normal lions, they get whatever they can get. You know what I mean? Male lions don't even hunt.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's running through the forest, he's running through wherever, trying his hardest, and he has to settle for whatever he can get. Now, let's say there's another lion who has a special mane, right? And the animals don't run. The elk never run from him, the deer never run from him, the ducks just chill. He can eat whatever he wants. I'm not running and chasing nothing. I got my supply. I can do whatever I want here. Versus this dude running and chasing, trying to get whatever he can get. He's the one that's going to tell you something like, oh, men just naturally desire to have babies with everybody. That's a lie. If that was the case, everybody would have children with everybody. There'd be so many baby mamas and so many men don't want to have children with everybody.
Maybe
but they
the
do.
mental thing, but I think the natural instinct is
No, they just wanna
that,
have sex.
That attraction, that
They just wanna have
attraction and wanting
sex.
to have sex.
They
is
just want to
there
have sex.
in order to create.
No, men just want to bust a nut. That's the reason why women and men don't see sex the same way. Women will say something like sex is like a spiritual connecting thing and a soul mix. Men will say, I busted a nut on that bitch. Because it's not the same. It's just not the same between us.
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So women who think like that,
But
they're
that's
not,
hard. That's hard in trying to build a connection with us having that different
well, the difference
frame
is
of
men
mind.
don't
But
care
a
about it.
conversation beforehand would have that be
No,
distinguished.
no, because a man will definitely lie to you to get what he wants from you. So conversation doesn't come into play. I'll tell you I love you if you'll let me hit. There's plenty of men who
That's
that.
crazy, and
Not me,
true.
not me exactly.
No, it's crazy because it's true. I mean, what you're saying is true.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. So the problem is women only they build a mental image of what they think a man should be
Yeah.
and what a man should want, but that's not the truth. You see what I'm saying?
Or what we think they want.
Yeah, what you think they want versus what they actually want.